Young and the Restless spoilers reveal the Newman family war is raging on multiple fronts, but this time, it's not just about power struggles or business intrigue. The focus of the story focuses on the conflicted and resentful relationship between Claire Newman and Aunt Jordan, a ghost who has haunted Claire's life. Claire has long suspected that Aunt Jordan, who was thought to have disappeared for many years, is actually hiding somewhere in the city. Based on her hunch and small clues, Claire follows the trail, determined to confront the woman who caused her so much suffering. And then, the fateful moment has come. At the Crimson, a place that seems to be only for relaxing and peaceful moments, Claire accidentally stands in line right behind Jordan. It all seems like a coincidence, but when Jordan picks up her order and says thank you to the waiter, that familiar voice makes Claire freeze. She immediately realized the truth. Without hesitation, Claire called out to her aunt, forcing Jordan to turn around, his face pale with fear. The brief encounter at Crimson had triggered a storm of emotions in Claire. Painful memories flooded back, along with anger at knowing that Jordan, the man who had ruined so many years of her happiness, was still walking around as if nothing had happened. Unable to process these emotions and the truth on her own, Claire decided to share them with Nikki and Victoria Newman. However, gaining their trust was not easy. Nikki, despite her love for Claire, still believed that everything could be a mistake. Meanwhile, Victoria was pragmatic, questioning whether bringing Jordan into the light would really bring any benefits. The biggest question was, would they bring Victor Newman into the case? While Claire's loved ones were still hesitant, she was ready to confront Jordan herself. Either way, Claire knew that this was not just a fight for justice, but also a way for her to regain control of her life. One evening, in a deserted alley, Claire and Jordan met again. This time, it was no coincidence. Claire had tracked and sought out Jordan on purpose. Accusations, painful memories, and resentment that could no longer be suppressed. Claire faced her aunt with a fiery gaze, stronger than ever. Jordan, cornered, tried to justify herself and find a way to escape, but Claire did not give her aunt a chance. She said in a cold voice. Not only did Claire stop at words, she also made a serious threat. This caused Jordan to panic. In a cornered situation, it was very likely that Jordan would try to do something crazy, like kidnapping Claire or trying to control her to protect himself. However, Claire had prepared for every situation. A fierce confrontation broke out. In those dangerous moments, Claire realized that the fear that had haunted her for so long had disappeared. She was no longer the weak, vulnerable girl of the past. Now, Claire was a strong woman, ready to protect herself and those she loved. After the confrontation, Claire not only regained her confidence but also made a bold decision. She reported the whole incident to the Newman family and convinced them to bring Jordan to justice. Despite opposition and doubt, Claire persisted, because she knew that justice must be served, and Jordan must pay for what she had done. Claire has come a long way, from a wounded girl to a strong woman, ready to stand up for what is right. However, the story is not over yet. Conspiracies, betrayals, and complicated relationships within the Newman family still await Claire ahead. This battle is not only to protect herself, but also to change the fate of an entire family. Can Claire continue to win the upcoming battles? Or will the darkness from the past once again come back to haunt her? The answer is still unknown, but one thing is certain, Claire will never give up. Claire Newman's life now seems to have turned a new page under the Newman family's halo. Her career is on the rise, her sweet romance with Kyle and her reputation as a true Newman make her the ideal model. But beneath that perfect shell are the undercurrents from the past, with Jordan's shadow threatening to destroy everything. Claire used to be a weak girl, living under the shadow of the damage caused by her Aunt Jordan. But now, she is no longer vulnerable. However, a part of her is still haunted by the fear that Jordan will return and take away what she is trying to build. Jordan is a woman who is not easily subdued. With a strong survival instinct and sharp intelligence, she not only hides perfectly but also secretly tries to take back what she thinks is rightful. When Claire realizes Jordan's presence again, she knows that this is not only a fateful reunion but also an opportunity to end the vicious cycle of suffering. One day, when Claire accidentally meets Jordan at a luxurious party held by the Newman family, everything becomes clearer than ever. Jordan, despite trying to blend into the crowd, cannot hide the fear in his eyes when he sees Claire. A sense of threat flares up in Claire's heart. The two begin to quarrel, accusations and reproaches intertwined in the suffocating atmosphere. Jordan not only provokes but also threatens that if Claire dares to touch her, the entire Newman family's secret will be exposed. Jordan's words were like a knife stabbing at Claire's pride, but instead of fear, she felt the power of determination rising stronger. Claire knew that Jordan was more than just a temporary threat. She was a dangerous enemy who was willing to do anything to achieve her goals. That night, Claire made a bold decision. She arranged to meet Jordan at a secret location to settle the matter once and for all. At the meeting, Jordan continued to use her old tricks, blaming and threatening. But this time, Claire did not let her anger overwhelm her. Instead, she confronted her directly, pointing out that she no longer had the power to control her life. However, Jordan went too far. In a moment of loss of control, she put Claire in a dangerous situation, forcing her to defend herself. A tense struggle ensued, and in that fateful moment, everything changed forever. Jordan did not survive the encounter. Claire, who never thought she would face such a situation, now finds herself at the most difficult crossroads of her life. She knows that protecting herself and her family is necessary, but the price is too great. After the incident, Claire faces difficult questions. Has she gone too far? Is this really for the safety of her family, or is it because her obsession with revenge is driving her? The truth about Jordan's death cannot be hidden forever. As the story gradually unfolds, the Newman family becomes an arena of loyalty, suspicion, and intrigue. Nikki and Victoria both try to protect Claire, but they also face pressure from Victor, who does not easily forgive any mistake that damages the family's reputation. Kyle, Claire's lover, is her biggest support during this time. He not only trusts her but also helps her face her complicated emotions. However, he himself cannot be sure whether Claire did the right thing or was just trying to justify her actions. Claire is forced to face the law, public opinion, and her own conscience. In a dramatic trial, she tells the whole story of what Jordan did to her and the Newman family. It is not just a plea but also a declaration: she will not let fear rule her life anymore. The biggest question remains: can Claire be forgiven? Is her remorse enough to atone for her mistakes, or will Jordan's death forever be an indelible stain on her life? Claire's life is now like a new page, but the words on it have been overwritten by the darkness of the past. Even though she passed the trial, she still has to live with her decisions. But one thing is certain: Claire is no longer the weak woman she once was. She is a strong Newman, ready to face any challenge, no matter the cost. Claire Grace Newman, a strong and intelligent girl, is facing danger when she dares to confront Jordan, her evil aunt. One morning like any other, Claire walks into the local coffee shop, where Jordan accidentally appears. Without any fear or hesitation, Claire openly questions Jordan about her suspicious actions in the past. Claire's sharp threats make Jordan uncomfortable, but surprisingly, the villain is not shaken at all. Jordan smiles coldly, his eyes flashing with complacency as if he is holding some dark plan. Ignoring the warnings, Jordan leaves confidently, leaving Claire in a state of uncertainty. Claire's words seem to have ignited an impending storm. Just a few hours after the encounter at the coffee shop, Claire disappears without a trace. Relatives and friends are immediately worried by her unusual silence. The question is Jordan involved in this disappearance? Or has Claire fallen into a trap she never expected? While the Newman family is frantically searching for Claire, Sharon Newman is facing another battle, the fight for her life. Sharon, a strong woman who has always devoted herself to her family, is now cornered when a serious illness causes her health to deteriorate. Sharon is hospitalized in critical condition, and doctors have announced that only a miracle can save her. Family members try to comfort her, but the worry is evident in everyone's eyes. Will Sharon be able to overcome this crisis? Or will this be the moment when the Newman family will witness an irreparable loss? During these tense hours, Sharon's ex-husband, Nick Newman, is always by her bedside. The old feelings between them are once again rekindled in the midst of danger, but is their love strong enough to overcome this harsh test? Amidst all this trouble, Damien, a mysterious and complex character, seems to be hiding a big secret from Nate. The relationship between these two men is not just friends, but also full of conflicts and personal calculations. Damien has a shady past, and now, that secret threatens the balance of everything around him. Nate gradually suspects that Damien is hiding something that could affect not only him but also the Newman family. The story becomes more complicated when clues gradually emerge, indicating that Damien's secret may be related to Claire's disappearance. This puts Nate in a dilemma: should he continue to trust Damien, or expose the truth to protect his loved ones? Claire, if she is really trapped by Jordan, will face the most dangerous situation ever. Jordan is not the type to be intimidated, and with her ruthless personality, anything is possible. Meanwhile, Sharon, on her deathbed, experiences the fragile moments between life and death. The Newman family must make a final decision on a risky treatment, with little hope that Sharon will pull through. The story reaches its climax when a crucial piece of evidence is discovered: a familiar necklace belonging to Claire is found in an abandoned house owned by Jordan. This raises suspicions that Jordan had planned to kidnap Claire all along. The fates of Claire Grace Newman, Sharon Newman, and Damien Secret now stand at a crossroads. Will Claire escape Jordan's control and return safely? Can Sharon overcome her terminal illness and reunite with her family? Will Damien's secret lead to a breakup, or will it be forgiven in understanding? Each character is faced with difficult choices, and their journey promises to be filled with emotions, surprises, and unpredictable moments. The Young and the Restless continues to captivate audiences with this complex, emotional, and dramatic story. Subscribe to Y&R to stay up to date on the latest news on our channel.